everyone, this is Brad Cummings from Board Game Geek. I'm here with James Simpson at the Elmore Productions booth.
That's correct.
Checking out SnarfQuest Tales. I think I got that all correct.
So. You got it. We're really excited about it too.
Cool. So we're here to check out a little about this game that's based on SnarfQuest. Can you tell us a little bit about how it came about and what it is today?
Sure. Well, what SnarfQuest is, it was actually a comic book creation that Larry did when he was at TSR working with Dungeons & Dragons. He actually submitted his comic book to Dragon Magazine, and they accepted it. So from '83 to '89, it was actually published in Dragon Magazine. So Larry's been a friend of mine for a number of years, and he knows I like SnarfQuest a lot. So I was on the phone with him last year, 2014, August 8th. I remember it quite well. I'm like, hey Larry, how you doing? He said, hey, you've been talking about building a SnarfQuest game. I'm like, yeah? He goes, I give you my permission to do it. Well, why is that important? Because when Larry was at TSR, he was doing all these fantasy paintings. He never had his own IP. SnarfQuest is his first IP. So it was an honor, and like, oh my God, he's going to entrust me with his IP. I'm like, thank you, Larry. He's like, you know what? You can show it off at DragonCon. Larry, that's in 3 weeks. I know you can do it. So what we have here is SnarfQuest Tales, the point-and-click adventure game that was actually built in 3 weeks, 30 hours.
Wow.
We've got everything. We've got rigging, animation, lip-syncing, Foley, sound effects, nav mesh. We have everything that needs to do a complete game. The current demo that we have is about 45 minutes of gameplay. And you can visit us at SnarfQuestTales.com. We just launched a Kickstarter July 30th, Thursday. And right now we're at 26%, so it's going very well. We actually submitted to Steam Greenlight, and our goal was back in May, we're going to submit it to Greenlight, and hopefully by Gen Con we would have enough people to get greenlit.
Yeah.
The problem is we got greenlit in 7 days, 170 hours. So we were like, what do we do now? We were expecting to get the traffic from Gen Con, but no. So it's been a great success, and it's great getting to work with Larry and having him on the phone all the time. He's doing a lot of consulting. We're really excited about this. And the reason why we chose point and click, the games that were popular when this was actually out in Dragon Magazine were King's Quest, Space Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, The Day of the Tentacle, Maniac Mansion. These were famous point and click adventure games. So we want to stick with that kind of era because that's the kind of era I grew up with. So what we have here, like I said, SnarfQuestTales.com, the SnarfQuest Tales point and click adventure game.
Cool. Can you show us maybe some of the stuff people can get if they back the Kickstarter? I know you have some samples here, maybe?
Yeah, so what we've done is, a lot of people with Kickstarters, they have an idea and they need to do a Kickstarter. I'm doing things a little differently. I wanted to make sure I can build the game. That was step number one. Number two, I wanted to build prototypes of everything. So we actually have prototypes of some of the boxes of the art, because we want to give people a PC box, which actually mimics the actual Dungeons & Dragons one that Larry actually drew. We also have the SnarfQuest t-shirt. We also have statues that we're looking at. And this is Snarf. And over here we have Tillery. And then this was the big holdup. This did not exist before Wednesday. We literally got this Wednesday here at the show. This was the key thing because I needed to get the weight for this. This is the reprint of all the SnarfQuest inside Dragon Magazine from '83 to '89. Wow. It's a hardback. It's done by Maxwell Alexander Drake. It actually has the color versions that was in Dragon Magazine, and it also has the last panel that was done for SnarfQuest. This panel right here is this original panel right here that Larry drew. And this is actually used in the Kickstarter video. So if you go to Kickstarter.com and you look for SnarfQuest Space Tales, you will see actually what Larry redrawing on top of this. So it's kind of an honor, him redrawing the last one to make the adventure now a video game.
That's awesome.
So right now, if you're actually at Gen Con at the convention, you can actually come by our booth and we'll give you one of these, a little coin. What this coin is actually a Steam key. I don't know if I want to record that too long. People are going to freeze frame, as well as we're giving away these limited edition prints. There was only 100 of these printed, and this is number 40, and that's our way of saying thank you for trying to back us. If we don't get funded, you still get a limited edition print, and Larry would be more than happy to sign it.
Well, it sounds really cool. It's a nice combination of modern technology and classic style gameplay. So excited to see it.
There was a quote that was I saw recently when I was looking through the Kickstarter review, and the guy goes, "The force of nostalgia is strong with this one." So the quote was coming from a guy named cranky dog. But anyway, I think it fits very well with what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring the 80s kicking, screaming into the 21st century, but at the same time, keep with the 80s feel.
Well, awesome. We'll be sure to check out the Kickstarter and be sure to back it if you want to see this come out in the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's really neat to see Snarf come to life. I mean, I was always inking it out, and it gets pretty crazy, and I exaggerate everything, but then see him like real and walk around, it's like a little strange, you know. And Jim's worked with me. We really worked together hard trying to catch the character. The only trouble when I draw him, I could change him from panel to panel, make his eyes bug out and everything else. And it's a little bit more difficult doing it when you got
a 3D model.
Yeah, 3D model. Right. But we worked it out. I like what he's done. I really like the character.
He has come out great.
Yeah. And of course, he was asking about Tellurray. I said, just a good-looking, sexy girl is Tellurray. Just give her dark hair, you know.
And the good thing about the game is there's no violence. I mean, there's no blood, there's no gore, there's no foul language. I mean, my son's 4 years old. He's always like, Daddy, can I play SnarfQuest Tales? I thought he was just trying to stay up with me and play with me at night. But no, he actually wants to play SnarfQuest Tales. Yeah, because it's problem solving, and that's one thing.
Now, the SnarfQuest story is a little bit more adultish.
Yeah.
Than the game.
There is a lot of big-breasted women, but you can't draw anything else.
In other words, I don't care if my grandkids, which are young, looks at Snarf because, hey, women are women. They're beautiful, okay? And my grandson, when he was like this tall, he liked women, and he liked looking through SnarfQuest. But other than that, you know, there's no really bad language in Snarf, and he's done a great job even making it better, and it's good for any age.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's good for it's good for the parents as well as the children. It's like a bonding moment kind of thing, which is what I'm doing. I'm bonding with my son.
Yeah, cool. That's good. Very nice. So I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of James. He's a good guy. I've known him for a while, and you know, with Kickstarters, everything happens with a lot. But with him, I'm telling people, you can trust this guy. He will deliver. Because I've delivered on all of mine, and I wouldn't be working with somebody that wouldn't. So,
Cool.
So he's doing a great job.
Okay.
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks a lot.